Hello there, one and all. You know who I am, ETTemplar, Supreme Misfit, Professional Dipshit, and we are reacting to a clip from Destiny. I think this is an older clip, which makes it a little bit more funny and interesting, knowing the current Destiny now. And Destiny is a guy who shouldn't be taken seriously. And if you see clips like this from Destiny, it's reaction bait, it's bullshit, and he's wanting reactions from it because that's how he stays relevant. It's like the crazy vegan guy, how he always threatens people's lives on YouTube or has in the past. Their content, this is how these people stay relevant, by just being reprobated dipshits. But let's take a look at this clip.
I'm ready for the fucking the great cleansing, dude.
Cleansing?
The cleansing.
What cleansing?
When we genocide conservatives in this country.
Are you gonna be out in the streets with your Glock?
Maybe. I gotta go back to Nebraska and grab it.
So this is a guy who says he's going to genocide conservatives, which is kind of funny because this is a guy who can't fight to keep his woman. He has a polyamorous relationship, and he's lost, I think, a wife and a few girlfriends to a bull that he opened the relationship to. So this guy can't keep a woman, for starters. Secondly, he's a streamer. Again, if this was 1917, like Russia, where Destiny is almost frozen to death, starved to death, has lost friends and family to war and revolution against the Russian whites, then maybe there would be some legitimacy to this. But this is a man who lives a comfortable life being a streaming dipshit. And to anyone here, I'm reacting to this because I'm just expressing that he thinks he's this like fucking badass, that he can throw this shit out there and think people will take him seriously. No, we're laughing at you, dude. Because one, you wouldn't survive in the streets. Two, you wouldn't survive in prison. And you mean to tell me you're going to threaten a cleansing and genocide of conservatives, and the only weapons you have is a Glock and a shotgun? You're going to need more guns. You're going to need more ammo. You're going to need more fucking people. And good luck with your conservative genocide in Appalachia. Let's say, theoretically, even if you could get the upper hand against the most armed group of people in America, the most organized people in America, the most dedicated people in America, and the most faithful people in America. If you think, even if you could get a hand on that, good luck going through West Virginia, parts of Kentucky, and parts of Tennessee with your communist comrades, thinking you're going to defeat the old world and you're going to defeat the bourgeoisie. So when Destiny says shit like this is a man who's literally a cock in real life, and he does nothing but drugs and stream all the time. There's no legitimacy here, and I'm underestimating, because he could just be unhinged and high one day and might actually do something. But in reality, he's a bit of a bitch, and the biggest internet tough guy of the year goes to this clip. And if this is in fact an older clip, it's doubly funny because we're now reacting to this clip in 2024. And if this is an older clip, as I'm guessing, and he hasn't done any shit by now, that's the seriousness of his threats. The only thing he's got is incendiary, violent speech. He's already lost Kick. He's lost his monetization on Twitch. And a shithead like this should also lose his YouTube channel, should also lose his Twitch channel, should be suspended, because if anyone else was to say this against liberals or any other political class, they would be yeeted. But he is facing some consequences for that, losing Kick, losing his Twitter, and the door of authoritarianship, as I mentioned before, that's been swinging on everyone else for the last 8 years, is finally going to paddle his ass. And it's funny. It's funny watching his own operatic horse shit that's counseled so many people in the past finally swing in this direction. So these threats are just funny because this guy's a bitch in real life. And if you've seen how this guy looks again, this is how he looks. This guy's gonna be genociding hardcore conservatives. Scary. He's got the body of a fucking anemic goblin. So again, he says shit for this, like this, for reaction bait to kind of rattle the cage, because that's how he stays relevant. It's like when Ethan Ralph also threatens to kill people and threatens violence. It's to stay relevant. People clip his shit, people talk about him, and it gets people to his their social media. But at what cost? At some point, someone will call Destiny out on this, and I hope Destiny's prepared for when that happens. And shit like this, people are gonna remember. And one day when he's in public, he'll come across the wrong one. That's if he isn't a coward to leave his little Coomer dungeon and streaming bunker. But chances are he probably won't ever do that. And this guy's a fucking clown. Like, simple as.